Well, happy Monday to you. I hope all of you had a very pleasant weekend. I know that we did. When we're together, we always have a pleasant weekend. Today, we're going to review a bottle that goes back to the town that my family was from in Pike, Kentucky. Hello, everyone. My name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. This is another bottle that we were able to purchase while we were at BourbonCon. We were walking around and we ended up coming to this table. And as we talked to the people, we found out Pike County. Pike County, Kentucky is where my family is from. So I immediately wanted to stop and try and buy. And we ended up sitting there and talking to the people about it. And Rebecca has researched some information about it that she will convey to you right now.
Robert's Reserve is the premium offering from Pauley Hollow Distillery, which, by the way, holds the distinction of being the first legal distillery in Pike County, Kentucky. Pauley Hollow leans heavily into its eastern Kentucky roots. A unique niche for the distillery is their water source. They draw water from the original McCoy family well, famous for its connection to the legendary Hatfield-McCoy feud. The irony is, it's the water from the neighbors of Wayne's ancestors. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey made and distilled at Pauley Hollow Distillery in Forest Hills, Kentucky. They utilize 300-gallon Cypress wood fermenters and a 150-gallon Cypress pot still with a stainless copper hybrid column. The mash bill is 4 grain of corn, rye, wheat, and malted barley. Now, aging, they use a combination of 10-gallon and 30-gallon barrels with a number 3 char. This will give it faster aging, but still, this has a 4-year age statement, so consider that when we're tasting it. The proof is 92 and the MSRP is 50, and that is what we paid for it at BourbonCon in January of 2026.
And it's really unbelievable to find this out for myself because my grandpa, who raised me, my adopted dad, he was born in Pike. And his father was named Oscar. I don't remember his mom's name. He passed away when he was a very young man. He was raised out there with 3 or 4 sisters. It's funny to think that this water source was part of the area that my family came from. And that's really stunning to hear. And I'm hoping this year to take a trip because I want to see where my grandpa lived when he was little.
And you were born and raised in San Diego. Did your grandpa end up in San Diego because of being in the service?
Yes, he was in the Navy during World War II, was a Pearl Harbor survivor, and he ended up settling in San Diego, California.
Well, we're pretty excited to taste this, and we're also pretty excited to go visit them. It's about a 5-hour drive for us in a different time zone, so we'll have to figure out when we can make that trip, but it's on our agenda for 2026. Well, let's see how it smells. We had a little taste of this one at BourbonCon. They had several other things, but we were really trying to only sample one thing at a distillery. Mm-hmm. It gets to be too much. If you've done it, you know that. You don't want to get too carried away sampling everything. I do get that it's a 4 grain.
I'm getting caramel and I'm getting baking spices. It's very rich.
And again, it's 4 years old, but when you have a 10-gallon and or 30-gallon barrel, that's more surface touching the spirit. So it actually ages more rapidly. They still have to stay with the same age statements, but it could be like double, triple aging on it. It's really interesting. And there's not that many people using Cypress tanks anymore. They're really challenging to upkeep, and it's hard to get replacement pieces for it anymore. So interesting that they're using that.
I gotta go see this place. This is really nice.
It's very rich. I'm getting some barrel notes on the nose, which is funny. They use a char 3, which is not the alligator char. It's just one step down from that.
There's a sweet component to it, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to say confectionery sugar because I didn't run with that, but there's a sweetness to it.
See, for me, I'm getting a dark caramel note, like dark, and which normally I get in an older bourbon. What is that? It's making me nuts.
Whatever is sweet that's in here, I cannot figure out. I can just say this, that in no way is this off-putting. This is enjoyable confusion.
Yeah, there's something in there. It's like on the tip of my nose, let's say, about identifying it, but maybe after we taste it, we can do that.
Well, cheers to Robert's Reserve at Pauley Hollow. We look forward to seeing what you taste like. Cheers.
Cheers.
A lot of barrel.
There's a lot of barrel notes.
There's a lot of notes in this.
It's char. It's like interesting.
I'm getting dark chocolate on this thing.
Okay, I'm back to the nose for a minute. I think it's apple. I think that it's like a red delicious apple. I got a little bit of that on my palate. I get green apple sometimes, but I rarely get red apple.
Right now, as it's going through my palate, I'm getting, like I said, dark chocolate, but I'm also getting coffee.
I'm getting coffee notes for
I
sure.
am getting, this is a very dark bourbon. This is a Sith Lord side of the bourbon.
For its age, it has a lot of maturity. We're getting
Yes.
a lot of barrel notes on this, and that happens with 10 and 30 gallon barrels.
And I think that they pulled it at the correct time.
Or it may have gotten too much.
Some of the flavor is muting a little bit for me, but the two notes that I'm getting consistently is dark chocolate, dark coffee, and combined with the barrel, I like this.
And I'm still getting that dark caramel. So it's almost like a caramel macchiato coffee. So it's kind of interesting. I'm getting a really nice apple note on the nose. So it's like a caramel apple. So it's dark caramel with this apple note is what I'm getting.
A lot of the notes I'm getting in this, I'm not used to getting in a bottle that I paid $45 for. And this is good.
Yeah, it's got a really nice mouthfeel too. It didn't have much in the way of legs. They were kind of light on the legs, so I was concerned about that, but it still feels pretty good in your mouth.
Most of the flavor for me is mid-palate back.
Yeah.
I initially get a lot of the barrels. If you're not a barrel person, you're probably going to be turned off by this, but hang in there.
Yeah.
Because it's going to quickly go away and it's going to hit this very dark component that is very enjoyable.
Again, it's like having an espresso with dark cocoa in it and maybe a little bit of caramel swirled on top. So it's pretty tasty. It's got a lot of depth, I think, for a 4-year-old, but it is a 4-grain. I do find there's more depth often in a 4-grain because you've just got more things playing with that. And it's got to have something interesting doing with those Cypress fermenters and stuff. That's pretty interesting.
Because that's got to be lending to this darkness.
And one of the only places that we've seen they're doing that today is Maker's Mark.
Yes.
I'm sure there's others that we've not seen, but they're pretty famous for
I'm
it.
going to taste this one more time.
The nose is really growing on me. And there's a baking cinnamon in there on the nose as well as the palate. I might even be getting a hint of, you wouldn't like this, a hint of black licorice on the nose.
I'm not. But you talk about fruit. I'm getting a slight bit of pear. I was getting what I thought was something on the nose I kept saying I couldn't figure out, and I believe it's pear because all of a sudden my mind is clicking to this.
So you got pear, I got apple. They're kind of in the same family.
Yeah, and so the pear's there at the beginning, but once again, it's meeting this oak flavor, and it comes into a dark bourbon. It's pretty good.
I'm just wondering what kind of barley they use. It's almost got chocolate malted barley notes in it.
Interesting. Yeah.
I couldn't find anything about specific grain bills or anything like that. It just said barley, but it could have been because it's got so much of that darkness that usually I find on either a really, really old bottle or one that has used chocolate malted barley.
Reminds me of some things we tasted not that long ago. We really enjoyed. It's kind of in that lane. And I'll say for the price point, this is definitely value. This is a buy back up.
Yeah, it's MSRP is $50. I think you paid $49.
$49? Okay.
Yeah. So a bottle under $50. You always talk about bottles under $50. What can I get that's got some umph to it? This has some good umph and 92 proof. I think it probably drinks its proof, but sometimes I'm worried when I drink something that's under 100 because it doesn't have a lot of depth, especially something that's 4 years old and 92 proof. I didn't have super high expectations. I'm being really transparent here, but it does not taste watered down in any way, shape, or form.
I personally think that the big key to it is the water. And they were using water close to the McBrayer, so obviously we did something to the water at the time that has helped this brand. But seriously, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's very good. I would recommend it for sure. I don't know what their distribution market is right now, how far it's being released, if you can find it in your local liquor store, I'm just not sure. But if you see it on a shelf, check it out.
And certainly look at their webpage and check them out, and maybe they can ship, I don't know, but or they can at least maybe help you try to acquire one of these bottles because it's worth it. So we will close out with this little Robert's Reserve. Cheers to Pauley Hollow. This is a really good bottle. We look forward to visiting you and coming out and seeing where my family was from back in the day. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. Drink some Pauley Hollow if you can find it, because it's very good. Cheers.
Cheers.